All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is John. Welcome to the free video. And what we're going to do here is we're going to be looking at the monthly chart and then, of course, the daily chart of a couple of key stocks here. For the monthly chart on the S&Ps, SPY, what's interesting is that we do have a big old monthly squeeze developing. And you can see that we had a really huge, massive move here with the last squeeze. And then here we had a massive move up. Now, I'm not saying that it makes sense that the S&Ps explode higher from here. Obviously, we all know what's happening in the world. There's high interest rates. There's wars everywhere. There's commercial real estate, office space is having a tough time, right? So there's certainly a drag out there, but then there's the chart saying that it's bullish. Well, okay, we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Just something to keep in mind if you're aggressively shorting and getting frustrated. In the short term, we do have a bull flag that is setting up here, and I'm looking to see if we can there's a wall of resistance here at 436, 437 SPY, and maybe it's something where we got to get through, this week we got to get through expiration to kind of chew through that. But I think the idea that we come up and we at least fill this gap at the very least, we've got to do a little chart cleanup here, and then we'll see. And then if we look at the Qs, still the same thing. We got a bull flag. We've already kind of filled that gap, and we're just kind of hanging out here. There's a little squeeze here. I'm not a huge fan of these 3-dot squeezes. I like when they build up like this and release energy. So, we do have a little bit of a squeeze there to the upside as well. And then I think a lot of the stock market is going to depend on Google. Google here is one of the big stocks that I'm looking for that has the opportunity to make new all-time highs. We do have the squeeze here. Obviously, Google has all the AI happening for it and things like that. And we do have earnings coming up next week. Now, for tomorrow, we do have earnings coming up on, Tesla. So here's Tesla here, and earnings are coming up. And right now, Tesla's been pretty quiet. It's possible that these earnings don't have any fireworks. But what I thought was really interesting is that Netflix here, we've been kind of selling off into the earnings that are coming up. And if we look at Netflix here, they're pricing in. So if we look at Netflix for tomorrow, the market makers are pricing in nearly a $30 move. Okay, and we've just been selling down. And this is all based because last earnings, Netflix got clobbered, and you can see that the last earnings right here, we just got the stock got obliterated. So now it's thinking like, oh, maybe that's going to happen again. What I've seen or noticed in those situations is that it's probably not going to happen again. So I think the move, this is inflated. So one of the trades I was looking at doing on this is, now of course, this is based on today's close. Tomorrow, what I would do is in about 30 minutes before the close is wherever Netflix is trading, do an at-the-money iron fly. And we can see right now, $30 wide, credit of $21.42, give or take. That means that on a one contract basis, you're risking about $850 to potentially make, $2,100. Realistically, what I look for on that is if I can sell it for 21 and buy it back for 15, I'm happy. And it's just essentially it's a bet that the market makers have it right, that Netflix is going to have a move within $28 by the end of the week or just that very day. So anyway, so that'll be up for earnings. All right, so speaking of earnings, Danielle has really honed in on this as a strategy for her. I like doing some earnings trades, but honestly, it's not my prime focus. It's just one of those things where I just kind of like directionally looking at the market throughout the day because that's kind of how I was trained. And so while the earnings are kind of, oh, those are interesting, Danielle swears by them and just makes her living doing earnings trades every single day. So she's really honed in on this. So if you're ever interested in trading earnings, the one thing that's nice about earnings is that there is the only time in trading where you actually 100% know one thing about the outcome, and that is that the implied volatility is going to collapse. And then there are ways to take advantage of that with options. So Danielle has done this, has scheduled this and done this in a way where, she's got a 1-year-old and she's got to take care of the 1-year-old, right? And so she doesn't want to be in front of the computer all day managing. So she kind of puts on these trades, places exit orders, and wakes up in the morning and kind of will hear the ding ding dings of her orders being closed and stuff like that, because she's got stuff to do. So that's what she's going to talk about. So she's got a free webinar coming out Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central. You can register here. She's going to talk about her instant watch list building secret. Basically, like, look, these are the buttons that I press and I can find out the ones that I want. Tickers prime for her 30-60% gains overnight, which is what she's looking for. How to make profits before breakfast on the hot zone stocks, and I really like what she's done with that. And then how to win whether a stock goes up or down on earnings, and of course that's kind of cool too. So it's not like, oh, I bet Apple's going to go up $1,000, right? It's more kind of playing within the normal patterns of repeatable patterns in earnings and collapsing IV and all the fun things. So you'll probably see a link somewhere in this video, or if not, you can just go to simplertrading.com/clockwork, get signed up, and we'll see you there. Have a great night.
Hey, John here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below and let us know what topic you want to see us cover next. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release new videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.